Today I am going to discuss about the topic angles, keys and lines of occlusion. So occlusion is defined as the static relationship between the incising or masticating surfaces of the maxillary and the mandibular teeth. Angles concepts of normal occlusion is based on first is angles lines of occlusion and second one angles keys of occlusion. So coming to angles lines of occlusion, it's an imaginary curve that represents the ideal arrangement of teeth in each arch. Basically there are two lines, first in the maxilla and then in the mandible. In the maxilla, that's in the upper arch, this line passes through the central fossa of the posterior teeth and the cingulum of the anterior teeth. Coming to mandible, that's in the lower arch, this line passes through the buccal cusp of the posterior teeth and the incisal edges of the anterior teeth. When both these lines come close together or match perfectly, we get a normal occlusion. Then coming to angles, keys of occlusion. Edward H. Angle considered the maxillary first permanent molar as the key of occlusion. Basically, there are 6 keys of occlusion. First is molar relation, crown angulation, crown inclination, absence of rotation, tight convex and curve of speed. First is the molar relation. The mesiobuccal cusp of the maxillary first molar should occlude with the buccal groove of the mandibular first molar, which gives an ideal interarch relationship. Then second is the crown angulation. Each tooth has a certain amount of mesial crown angulation, that's the tooth is slightly slants towards front. That's the perfect alignment of teeth in each arch. Then third one, that is the crown inclination, which represents the buccolingual inclination of the long axis of the crown, not the long axis of the entire tooth. So in case of posterior teeth, that is the maxilla and mandible, it is having negative or lingual inclination, and in case of maxillary incisors, it is having a labial inclination which is positive. Then fourth one, that is rotation, that is absence of rotation. The tooth should not be rotated. Any kind of rotation will occupy more or less space. That is, when the posterior tooth is rotated, it occupies more space. When the anterior tooth is rotated, it occupies less space. So any kind of rotation disturbs the alignment of tooth in each arch. Then fifth one, that is the tight contact. Each tooth should be tightly contact. It should not be having any kind of spacing between the adjacent tooth. Then last is the curve of speed. The curve formed by the cusp of the lower teeth should be shallow. That is, for a normal occlusion, we should be having flat curve of speed. If the curve of speed is deep, it results in crowding, and if the curve of speed is reverse, it results in spacing. So these are the 6 keys of occlusion. Thank you.